going to walk out, and I'm watching my mother walk out, but as she's exiting the room, I can hear footsteps from the opposite side. And when I turn to look, it's the head doctor, and he's running at this point, and he's screaming. And I'll never forget, he says, guys, get in here. Got to rush this kid back to emergency surgery. He's about to die.
Lewis, aka known as Trigg Lewis, rather Trigg Jr. Yeah. Okay, Mama, take us back last year, Miramar game.
Okay, I'm gonna take you back to last year, November 3rd, at Miramar game. My son was playing a football game. He got injured. He got hit by 2 players. He was up in the air like this. As you notice, these are wings. Okay, so he got hit. It's automatic in a wing position to me. And the second hit, he got hit in the back by 3 players. And after the game, we went out to eat. My son complained of pains, as a normal football player would do. So we thought it was just normal, as me and his dad thought it was, just normal pains. He then went in the car sweating, pouring of sweat, came, knocked on the window and said, no, I have to go to the hospital. So at this time, we rushed our son to the hospital to be told by a doctor. He went to one hospital, and that doctor wanted to airlift him to another hospital. We didn't have time because he was going to expire on us. He then went to Broward General. Two doctors stated that he needed to go on emergency surgery. My son was doing some internal bleeding. 2 to 3 hours, he was going to expire. So with God being on our side, of course I'm a prayer warrior, so I believe in God. I know that his test on November 3rd is now a testimony, and I hope that this story encourages and make other people motivated, determined, and have that same ambition as my son. So with that being said, he was on a respirator, still having complications of breathing after the surgery. And then at this point we made a decision. Me and the dad, I said, well, we're not going to keep him on the life support machine and stuff. We're going to trust God. So that's what we did. And as you know, when we first had him, he was only 3 pounds. So he started off as a test. Okay, so with that being a test, we also know that there's a purpose for him to be on earth. He lived at the beginning of birth, 3 pounds, preemie, in ICU, in the hospital for 10 days. He passed that. The devil lost then. Now we get to November 3rd. Here's another testimony. So again, there's a purpose. After we let him went to sleep, as he asked for some ice. He wants to put it in the area and lay down. My son will have expired. So it's a good job, and I'm very proud that we did get him there on time. God protected him and had a shield over my son at all times to make sure. I'm just happy that his test is now a testimony. My son is living, and all the glory goes to God.
When you got to the hospital, what did the doctors immediately tell you what was wrong with Trigg?
Well, when we got to the hospital, our son was complaining about his rib was hurting. So with me thinking, as a father, thinking like, okay, he done fractured his rib, or you know, or bruised his rib, whatever.
Something minor.
Something minor, because you know, as a football player, you know, kids tend to hide their pain. You understand what I'm saying? So with my son, being that I know him and know how he is when it comes to football, he'll try to hide it from me before I want to snatch him off the field. So this time when he went to complaining, I just said, maybe he's serious that he really hurt. So don't let me waste no time. Let's go see what's wrong with him. So when we got to the hospital, they said, oh, we have to rush him back and do a immediate emergency CAT scan. So it kind of threw me, because I'm thinking, like again, I'm thinking this is a minor injury. So when we get back there and get the CAT scan, and they tell us, oh, your son has a bleeding at the liver. He has a busted vessel. I'm like, whoa, from a little league hit. So it kind of like tore me up. It tore me down. So when they did an extra CAT scan, and then they come back and said, they got to do emergency surgery. Oh my God, it just broke me down. I thought I was going to lose my son. So before he went in surgery, the doctor gave me a hug and he said, "Sir, thank you for bringing your son to me, because if it wasn't for you bringing him and paying attention to your son wouldn't have been here with us today." So I'm going to do everything I got to do to make sure he's here with you. I just broke down in tears. It's just,
Parents, when your kids are complaining, whether you think it's small, medium, or large, listen to everything. Hear your child out. Have a solution to everything. Always be close to your friend with emotions. You keep up the child morale so that we know that that child can stay focused, the mindset. Because something small that you ignore could be something major later. So we learned a lot that little league injuries, little hits that we think just is something major. And laying in the operation table, waiting in the waiting room, those are thoughts as a parent, as a mom. Will I lose my child? Okay, so always think like that. Every hit, whether it's the ankle, whether it's the finger, the toe, things travel. Okay, we thought it was one thing. We could have said, "Okay, Trigg, grab a bag of ice that he was asking for," but again, the blood count was going very, very low and very, very low. Remember, the skin was still there. It was not pale. So pay attention to all details. It's better to be safe than be sorry. So here again, we have a test that I hope encourages the next person, every football player, every parent, anybody in this world that is following little Trigg. Just understand that it's the determination is there. What makes you different from anyone else in this world?
after we came from the hospital, after the situation was done and over, and you know, our son was relieved that he's good or whatever, he had to go through a lot of therapy, a lot of, like you say, determination. He was determined to get back up and this and this. My son had to get his stability back, had to get his balance back, had to get his mind right, because, you know, in that position where he was in,
it's something new for him.
It's something new for him.
Yeah.
It could have been a suicidal note.
Yeah,
He could have been
he
thinking like, I can't play football no
He's an
more.
athlete.
Yeah, and he's very
active,
and he's into that. But to me, coming from me, I tell all parents, all kids, I don't care if it's your toe, your finger, your head, or whatever. If you feel like it's too hard to bear, go to the hospital. That's what they got, doctors and people for to fix us. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, we believe in God. Yes, he do. But he put these doctors and everybody here for us to be seen. So don't take no pain lightly. Just like I said, your toe, it can be a little ache here and there, but next thing you know, or you don't wait too long, your foot get amputated off. You don't want that. You walk around here with one foot. So take everything that you do and it's serious.
And trust the process.